effective behaviour. Garden cat therapy. Now you may think that no, Jack's just completely lost his mind. Some of you may already know who what the hell garden cat therapy may be. Certainly you may have some inkling of who Garden Cat is. Garden Cat came to us several years ago. He arrived in our shed, a bedraggled, dreadlocked, flea-ridden, wormy, cat flu, abused, probably 6-month-old kitten at the time. And we had a cat of our own, so we couldn't invite him into the house, so I basically kept him in the shed. I kept a wood stove lit all winter, waking every 3 hours because it was a cracked wood stove and would always go out, so I'd go out there and throw a few more coals on there and give it a riddle and make sure it stayed lit, and basically kept him warm and fed and got him through this winter, and he recovered, and he has turned into quite a fine cat. But due to his incredibly hairy nature and his rather less than auspicious beginnings, he looks a little like an explosion in a cat factory. He looks like a cat that kind of has swallowed the stick of dynamite in the cartoon. And as a consequence, he's got a rather comedic appearance. And to accompany this kind of comedic appearance, his cat flu, we believe, has left him a little brain damaged, and he certainly isn't the most dainty of felines. His efforts to perch on the top of fences can just leave us all crying with laughter at the poor thing's persistent and repeated efforts to jump from the floor onto a fence and failing completely. But as a consequence, Garden Cat has become best loved amongst my son's friends group, and it was identified by one of them, I think, in the height of psychedelic fantasy, that it was impossible to be depressed and hold a thought of Garden Cat in your mind simultaneously. And as kind of comedic as that statement may sound, it again is an incredibly potent tool. That if you have a friend with a pet, or your own pet, or whatever, that just makes you smile inside, that the thought of that particular other sentient being fills you with some warmth, then you can use that as a tool. You can use that image. Sometimes I've heard psychiatrists telling people to go to their happy place. Well, I hate that. That just sounds so fucking new age and crap. But I hate to say it. Happy place is really what we're talking about here. So, anything that indisputably will spread a smile across your mind is Garden Cat Therapy, and I recommend it to everybody to practice on a daily basis any time they feel in the slightest bit pissed off. Think of Garden Cat and smile in turn.